Hi, my name is Tammy Clark, and today I wanted to talk to you about how creative arts can play a significant importance in a child's development. I have set up a table of contents to help guide us through the presentation. I will start off with an introduction, which will lead me into the different types of creative arts. I will discuss the difference between spontaneous and structured art, which will lead me into the 4 different developmental domains that creative arts can help improve. I will end in a conclusion, and my last slide will be some additional resources. Creative arts may seem like fun and games, which it is, but what many people don't realize is that creative arts can actually improve a child's social-emotional, language, physical, and cognitive development just by participating in some artistic activities. Art is a process where children can create, explore, discover, and experiment. And the most common types of creative arts are drawing and coloring, where children can use different papers, different mediums like chalk, pastels, markers, crayons. Painting, where children can mix together different colors, explore different textures, and paint different objects like egg cartons or pine cones. Construction, where children can use glue or tape or scissors, different objects like pipe cleaners or popsicle sticks. And then there's sculpting, where children can manipulate different mediums like clay or Play-Doh. All of these different types of creative arts can be done in a spontaneous or in a structured way. Structured art just proves, though, that a child can create something from somebody else's imagination and that they can follow instructions. Art is the process and not the product. I know it's tempting to want children to be able to create something the way that we want it to look or the way that it looked like in a magazine, but the bottom line is, it doesn't matter. The greater learning experience for a child is to be able to create something that they want, because that is what's going to help them expand their abilities and help build and fine-tune skills that are needed for self-expression and communication. So the next time you see a child creating art, sit, relax, observe, ask questions, give suggestions, and help them expand their ideas. Social-emotional development. Social-emotional development provides the foundation of how children feel about themselves and how they experience others. Children can learn social-emotional skills in a group setting by taking turns, sharing materials, discovering new materials, and creating art with others. Children can use art to stand out, show their uniqueness, and become proud of their efforts and their accomplishments. Children can share with others their experiences and observe and learn through others. And this is when they start to gain control over their efforts. Language development. Children learn so many different types of words through art. And language is all about communication, how children can understand and communicate language. Children can learn their colors and their shapes. Preschoolers can learn arts, mediums, materials, manners, and even descriptive words like smooth and rough. Children can depict an actual art experience like going for a walk or getting a new puppy. Art becomes a language all in its own, where children can release their feelings and communicate their joy and their sadness and their anger that they may or may not have been able to do on their own. Children can also start to communicate ideas and feelings and solutions in a way other than verbally or written. Physical development. Physical development is when children are able to get control over their bodies. And with creative arts, this will help children improve their hand-eye coordination and their dexterity by holding a paintbrush, drawing with a crayon, snipping paper with scissors, or squeezing glue from a bottle. All of these actions can help build fine motor skills. And the more that children are exposed to this art, and the more on a regular basis, the greater advantage they will have when it comes time for school. And cognitive development. So cognitive development is how children can learn and how they think. And by exposing children to creative arts, this will help them explore and find techniques to problem solve where children can, for example, a child could ask themselves, why when I mix these paints together did it make purple? I want it to make brown. Why won't these popsicle sticks stick together with glue? What can I use instead? Children can make choices like, what colors should I use, or how big should I cut something? And the more choices that children make, the more that their art becomes more and more their own. Children also will learn to assess situations, they will increase their attention skills, and they will start to put their imagination into full use. Through creative arts like painting or Play-Doh, children will learn pre-math concepts like less and more, grouping and classification, cause and effect, and even spatial relations. So in summary, creative arts can play a significant importance in a child's development. Their social emotional, their language, their physical, and their cognitive development by giving them different ways to help them strengthen and improve their skills. So the next time that you see a child painting or playing with Play-Doh, have a seat beside them and witness firsthand all the different skills that are being developed. I'd like to thank you very much for listening to my presentation. As promised, I do have some more additional resources if you would like to know anything further on the topic. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.